In answer to your question, on guard, I have a challenge for you to think of it my way. Yeah, the sisterhood has got out of hand. I have never been a feminist. I always like to look for the most chivalrous and noble characteristics in a man to sort of ameliorate any of life's situations in a more natural, harmonious way. I look for my male counterpart, somebody who is a little bit like me, someone I can look up to, somebody who I could carry out that archetypal male-female family thing with. In my experience, this male-female thing is designed to work to protect nation, to protect male to protect their women. And what the feminists have done is they've tried to destroy the need for a man to protect his woman, because it's too much of an aggressive form of threat to the global communism, the sisterhood, where women seek their protection or their idealism now as a group, as a global kind of thing that acts as one to protect against all these horrors that, you know, men can commit. Yeah, they do, but there's always good ones, aren't there? So the female power sisterhood thing I find offensive is the way that they sneer, feminists sneer at victimhood. It repulses them to think that a woman could be a victim, and this is part of the problem. It makes the woman her own hero, and it makes them unrealistic. It's a communist kind of thing where we're all on the Eastern Front fighting in with the men and, you know, equal. I've never really sought that. I've sought, you know, the old-fashioned type. I like the Prince Charming. I'm not too much of a fairy tale girl, but I mean, I lean that way. And I want to give the man the opportunity to fulfill that traditional role. So, I mean, it's very nice that men and women are thinking about what it is to be male and female. But what it is to be male and female is really your counterpart to reproduce yourself. And it's not a fight where we should be on either side at all. It never used to be that way in homogenic societies where people just had their needs met quite happily and there was no real huge differentiation. I mean, it's just where people want to make their identity so much more stamped by gender now because of the breakdown of our old norms. It's all deliberate part of the New World Order thing. So yeah, female power, that sort of thing that despises victimhood, despises any of the natural foibles that females have, that, you know, man used to open the door for a female, she might be pregnant, she might just the fairer sex, all of that. I think it's I just think it's nice. And even the sexist stuff where men would, you know, tease women, I think it's great. The next generation never having the feeling of your bum might be pinched, I think it's tragic. So what can I say? Yeah, they've robbed and denatured everything. So what can we expect, really? But don't put yourself into this male camp against females. It's only a few of the idiots who fall for that garbage, the feminist stuff. It's very potent, and it's all been funded by people like Soros. But yeah, women need to allow themselves to be vulnerable, and otherwise people like transgender people, you know, love the camp feel of female vulnerability and overstating sexuality. Let's really reclaim our gender and allow our counterpart to perhaps fulfill the greater aspect of their gender as well. And maybe we can help expose this agenda for what it is, gender agenda.